Okay, today we're going to have some fun with vignettes. I love having fun with Photoshop, and I'm going to show you two distinct ways of creating a vignette in an image. In this image, I've already created two vignettes. I'll share them with you, and then I'll show you how we did them. I've got this one right here, and I've got this one right here. And I'm going to show you how to create each one for yourself. The first one, I'm going to create a new layer. I'm going to create a new layer, and I'm going to hold down the Control key and select the letter A. And that puts the marching ants around the edge of the picture. I'm going to go into Edit, Stroke, and I'm going to stroke this particular picture by 8 pixels, and I'm going to stroke it inside. Now, the amount of width that you're going to stroke your image depends on your the size and resolution of your image. This image is only 800 pixels wide, so I've already predetermined that 8 pixels is fine for this particular image and for this technique. So you're going to have to experiment with your own pictures. Anyway, click OK, and you'll see it puts a black border around the inside of our picture. We're going to deselect by holding down Control D, and now we're going to go up to the Filter, Blur, and Gaussian Blur, and here's where you use a little creativity. You can see as I increase the blur, the vignette gets weaker and weaker and weaker. My suggestion to you is to leave it pretty strong. For this particular one, 85 looks pretty good here, because I can always adjust the opacity of the vignette to control the strength. Okay, so that was number one. Number two, I'm going to create a duplicate layer of the background. Control J. And below that layer, I'm going to create a brand new layer below that. And the way I'll do that is hold down Control key and create new layer icon down here, and that puts a layer below. And I'll fill this layer with white. And now I'm going to go up to my elliptical marquee tool. Let me move the layers palette out of the way here. And I'm going to create an elliptical selection. Now, the way I'm going to position this selection is, while I've got the sizing of the selection, all I have to do is to place this selection where I want to. Is hold down the space bar, and the space bar allows me to move this selection anywhere I want. And once I've got it pretty well centered, I can still continue to size it any way I want to. And that looks pretty good right there. Now I've got to feather the hell out of this, so I'm going to go up to Select, Modify, and Feather. and for this particular image, I've already chosen 75 pixels. Again, depending on the size of your image, you're going to have to experiment with this. But for this picture, 75 pixels will work. Now I'm going to inverse this selection by holding down the Control and the Shift key, and then pressing the letter I. And now I'm going to make sure I have my background copy selected, and just hit the delete key and deselect, and voila. And what we can do here at this particular point, if we wanted to, hold down the control key and the letter E, and that'll merge those two layers together. Okay, so this is what we began with. This was one vignette. That was the other. And you know what's nifty about this one right here is that if you wanted to, you could put any kind of lettering in here and make it decorative. I find out that it makes a good presentation, or even a postcard or a greeting card or a banner on a web page. So I hope you enjoy it. Thank you.